Hello, my MFA 608 students. Welcome to Module 2. Let's get right at it. Under the learning objectives, please review these. We're going to practice some critiquing. Yay! Next, let's take a look at the module overview. One point I want to bring up here is about sensitivity readers. This is a topic that has been discussed in previous courses, and I want to make sure that there is a distinction between writing something that is offensive to somebody and something that is culturally and racially insensitive. When you are writing, it is okay to write things that may be uncomfortable for other people to read, because that is how we explore the human condition and the world around us and life in writing. However, sometimes we use cliches or one-dimensional characters that are really inappropriate, and I call them signposts. They really could be replaced with a signpost, and in the process they are rather culturally and racially insensitive. So it is okay for us to write things that are uncomfortable for other people to read, but we should not do so by using one-dimensional characters. Next, let's take a look at the module at a glance. You can read through these at your leisure. We'll explain them next. Under the regions and resources, here are some wonderful tools for you. Please remember, I do not have a way of tracking to see if you've actually read these, but you will get out of this course what you put into it. For 2-1, there is a lesson. It's more really a activity, sort of, that is posted in the announcements. It is about the importance of revision. It's a kind of fun activity to help demonstrate the importance of taking the time to do revising. The deliverable for this module is under 2-2, and it's a little different from what other activities you may have done in the past, so let's take some time to discuss it. When you look at the assignment by clicking here, it pulls up the situation. Really, what happens here in this scenario is that your friend comes to you with a work in progress, perhaps a first or second draft, and you are asked to critique it. Okay. What we're going to do as a class is first we're going to come up with a set of rules for critiquing. And how this is done is that you will post something in a discussion board, which I will show you in a minute, your idea for a rule when it comes to critiquing. Now, we want to have a list without duplicating any rules by the peers, so please post early. Feel free to discuss and suggest edit to other people's rules. Do so politely. You need to complete this first part by Thursday of 11:59 of your local time. If you go to discussion 2-2, you will note this is where you please post the prompt to element 1s in this thread. You click here and hit reply to thread, and this is where you post your rules. Do not start a new thread. You're going to respond to this prompt, and this is where you're going to put your rule that you recommend. Okay? Now, after we have set up our rules, you are going to look at a writing sample and apply those rules to see if we can critique this work. This work is found by clicking right here, or if you go to prompt 2, it's attached right there. It's a short story. It's about 3.5 pages long. And so what we're going to do is, based on the rules that we have set up as a class, you're going to then apply those and give feedback on this short story. You are going to post that feedback here when you reply to this thread for please post prompt 2 elements to this thread. If you look at the rubric, you're going to be graded by, did you create a rule by Thursday? Okay. Then, did you explain feedback offered to the writer using those rules? Did you explain some common problems of the work? And then in prompt 2, you can just say, hey, based on our rules, when we actually try to apply them, we need to edit or change or add some. So that is what I am looking for in this assignment. Okay. And then last but not least, for this module, we are going to remember that under class resources, which was found under module number 1, if you go to course menu and you go to discussions and you scroll all the way to the bottom, class resources. This is where you need to post links with an explanation of the link, and you have to post at least 5 of these over the course of this class. You don't have to do all 5 at first. You can spread them out over the course of MFA 608. And that is what we are doing for this week. Now, let's have some fun doing it.